Hi, I'm James Norton, Chow.com Supertaster, and 'tis the season for fruitcake. I hit the stores and did kind of a vertical price tasting of holiday cakes, emphasis on fruitcake. Let's start with the Bauducco Panettone. I got a mini fruitcake, a holiday cake with little fruity raisin bits in it for $1.50 at Walgreens. Amazingly cheap, totally reasonable. Let's give it a taste and see how this performs. It's nice. I mean, this is amazing. For $1.50, this is fantastic. You can taste the raisins. The cake's not overly sweet. It's got a nice sort of moist texture. It'd be great with coffee or tea. Giant thumbs up for the panettone spin on the German UK fruitcake tradition. Next one up the ladder. $11 for a classic red and green things in a super heavy brick fruitcake at Lund's. This is fruitcake as you know it. This is the brick. This is the feared stuff. Not cheap. I mean, $11, tiny cake, kind of a crazy value prospect, but maybe it tastes better than it looks. Let's give it a shot. It's dense as a brick, and only slightly lighter than a brick. The cake itself is just a binding agent. There's not very much of it at all. It gets lost in here for all the sort of gelatinous stuff. All things considered, it isn't horrible. I mean, it doesn't taste rank or nasty or terrible. Maybe if it sat out for 2 months and just completely dried out, it would be unpleasant, but it's not the stuff of nightmares, but nor is it the stuff of sugar plum dreams. At $11, it's crazy expensive. Could give it most of a thumbs down for the traditional fruitcake. Finally, the last cake. This is called an Abbey Cake, and it comes from the Society of St. John, which is a group of monks living on the Keweenaw Peninsula. Michigan's Upper Peninsula juts out into Lake Superior. One of the most beautiful and magical places I've ever been to. I actually talked to the the head monk there, Father Basil, and got a great history of the monastery and the baked goods they create there. An Abbey Cake, by far the most expensive fruitcake I tried. It's $40, but it's this amazing, massive brick. I mean, you're getting a ton of fruitcake, and it comes wrapped in this sort of a cheesecloth, and it's a bourbon-soaked molasses fruit and nut cake. Let's give it a try. It's delicious. The bourbon, which is good bourbon is sort of the central pillar of the flavor. The whole thing is very moist, very tender. The fruit and nuts are actually very light and fresh tasting. So even with the value prospect kept in mind, I am a huge fan, big thumbs up, of the Society of St. John and its Abbey Cake. So that's my spin on fruitcakes. Go super cheap, go super expensive, avoid the traditional brick. I'm James Norton, Chow.com Supertaster. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back in a couple of days with more food.